Welcome, new YouTube video. It's a bit of a while ago. I was pretty sick, so I wasn't able to bring new content out. But today we're back with a GBPUSD trade that I took last week. It was a beautiful trade, playing out pretty nice. And I want to take you with me in this case study where I'm going to fully dissect what price did. Alright, this trade was sent into my free Telegram channel as usual with all the updates on how I managed it, how I protected capital, and how my take profit was hit. Do you want to join the free Telegram channel? Just go to the main page on my YouTube channel and join the link, or click the link. Pretty simple. Join it. If you don't like it, you can be out. If you like it, you can stay as long as you want because it's completely free, no strings attached. Alright, please follow me for more of this content, so hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you have any questions whatsoever about this setup, about this trade, about the way I look at the market, well, put your questions in the comment sections because I'm very happy to go over them and help you with better understanding of my strategy. All right, we're going to dive into what we can see on the chart. And what we see is that we have a 4-hour price action stepping down bearish. What do we create? We create a bearish break of structure. And then again, we create a new bearish break of structure. So what does that tell me? It tells me that overall daily structure is pretty bullish. If it's going to load, yep, it's loading. As we can see, price is pretty bullish. It was in this major POI, in this major supply zone where price is traded in, and now it's showing us some bearish price action, right? It's showing that price wants to push towards the downside. And this is the beauty of what we do. We go against the masses. We're going against the 90% of people that fail in this industry. So pretty simple, right? We do have that bearish price action stepping down. We do have some liquidity areas resting above. We do have a resistance zone here. So this is all an area for price to come into and maybe sweep it in the end. And I think that happened. I'm not here to get unusual results like 1 to 10 risk to rewards or 1 to 20s or whatsoever. Just a simple 1 to 2 risk to reward with a 55-60% win rate on average. It's making me very profitable. And it's pretty simple. So what most people are doing is price comes into this POI over here, and this is all London. This is all the Asian session. So end of Asian, a little bit of the pre-session for London. Price trades into this so-to-called supply zone. And what do people expect when price comes into the supply zone? That price is going to melt from there. Well, that's far from the truth because markets are rigged, markets are manipulated. And if we jump into the hour, now things are going to make a little bit more sense. So we have an Asian range which is pretty aggressive. We took out liquidity from the downside over here with a little build up, took it out. Price was coming into this POI over here. And the beauty is honestly on the 15 minutes. Let me show you. So what we see is that price is stepping up pretty clean. We so to say bullish order flow coming into that POI, and when we enter that POI we did a bearish break of structure. And when we see that bearish break of structure, now so many sellers will enter from the new supply zone because they think price will melt. But we also have the Asian high and Asian low traders, right? When an Asian high is swept, they going instantly looking for shorts to target the Asian low. And yes, in many occasions that works, but it only works if you understand the full story of what price is telling you. It's not about the Asian high or Asian low. It's more about liquidity buildups and a narrative that you have to understand in order to take those trades. And what we can see here is pretty clean because we do have a POI, demand area, whatever you want to name it. It's also a form of support. And the moment we take out that support, and I entered a little bit up here, entered a little bit up there because I wanted to see that bullish reaction first because I'm not always entering just straight on the sweep, a little bit risky, a little bit tricky. But what we can see is that price takes that out, comes immediately for that area over here, and what we can see is that price is playing out pretty nice. Let me show to you. So boom, and oh, pause. I don't Sometimes it's just a little bit tricky. But what happens is price comes then into, we can draw the resistance like this even, that you can see that we tap into that last POI as well over here with this wick, gives that bearish reaction, then takes out all that liquidity. And this was the liquidity I was aiming for. And you can see how clean price is inducing the opposite trader here. And all you have to understand is what price action is really telling you. And what price action was telling me is that pretty easy, sellers were induced on this level. There are even people that put their limits straight onto the supply zone. They give a very nice reaction. They think, all right, price is really going to melt. Let's see what the last supply zone in the 15-minute bearish range will do. And as we can see, price comes in over here and start to show again bearish price action. Why? Because they are inducing even more sellers. Let them think that price wants to melt, that price wants to make that new low following that 4-hour structure. But what really happens is that price has an objective. Price has an objective to take out liquidity. And honestly, that's what it did. It just took out this resistance area, it took out the trend line, it took out this resistance area, and it took out this supply zone. And I believe that price after this sweep just starting to melt completely down towards the downside. But it's pretty beautiful to see price playing out in many occasions. And you can learn the way I trade. Just be there in my Telegram channel because I share market outlook. I share where I look at, I share where I potentially want to enter. And when I'm entering, I'm just straight on. When I click enter, I just send a screenshot to the Telegram channel where I say, okay, enter now. Of course, at own risk, no financial advice there. And it's not only that I say when to enter, I also tell it, okay, wait, but now it's an important area to go break even. Because where was the point I went break even on this trade? Well, pretty easy. When price stepped into this POI supply zone, that for me makes the trade high risk in some sense because price can turn against me. It's so true. I mean, this could be happening all of the times. And what I'm doing is when price comes into a certain area where price can turn against me, I move my stop loss to break even because I don't want to be risking any more capital on this trade. And this strategy has such a high success rate because we're going against the masses. Pretty easy, pretty simple, just clean, simple price action trading. All right, I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, drop them in the comment section, hit the subscribe button, and definitely join the Telegram channel because it's so much free value. See you on to the next one. Cheers.